everybody, Harry here, and yes, I guess you could say I'm excited. Your Sacramento Kings finally win. They win. They get the 26th win of the season. Yes, very sad. Entering the month of April, almost month of April, end of March. They beat the Indiana Pacers 1-0 or 110-109. I might be a little bit pushing the excitement because it's our 26th win in the season. Like I said, right now it's the end of March, going into April, almost playoff time, and you barely get your 26th win against a team that's avidly trying to tank too. Now I do think we somewhat are, because I think if we were even close to playoff contention, Fox would be playing, and maybe Domas would be too. I'm not exactly sure because of bruised knee, but they're obviously taking the caution route. And then you got the stuff with Holmes going on too, which I won't get into. I mean, there's domestic stuff going on, but he's saying he's innocent. Whatever the case may be, I think you're innocent until proven guilty. So whatever the case, wish the best for Mr. Holmes. Hopefully everything's all right. But to that manner, we play the Indiana Pacers today. Your homecoming. Well, I guess your first match against Tyrese Haliburton, the beloved Tyrese Haliburton, and Buddy Hield too, I guess. And then even for your Indiana Pacers, or for your former Indiana Pacers, it was your homecoming for. Domas wasn't there, but you had Holiday, who was there, and then your Lamb also, who it's their first game back to Indiana. They didn't make a big deal out of it, though. It was all about Haliburton. Obviously, we weren't, there was no Miles Turner either for the Pacers. Again, we didn't have our big guns. They had some of their guns, too. Now, to that manner, off the bat, it looked like the Kings were the better team, and then the Pacers had their runs, Kings had their runs. Buddy was talking a lot of shit, that bastard. He was hot, he was hitting everything. Honestly, I'll be honest, he's been a lot better player with the Pacers. He's passing it, but he never passes the ball. He drove pretty good today, too. Yeah, I mean, he's been a lot, it just seems like he's happier there, and I don't know if he'll be there next year. I think he'll latch onto a contending team. Because I don't expect the Pacers to be contending next year, but he's playing better. If this Buddy was here, we would have never traded him. He was passing the ball really good, actually being a playmaker. He's had a bunch of good games with the Pacers, so he played really good. Haliburton had a pretty decent game too. To me, Haliburton, until he starts becoming aggressive, he's just a solid passer right now because it's not super hard to lock him down, especially with the jump shot that he has. It takes a little bit to get in, but he's a phenomenal passer. He's a really good point guard. I still wish we would have made Haliburton Fox work, but it is what it is. So to that point, the game was going back and forth towards the end. Kings ended up. Here's the thing. I didn't know how I felt about this game because again, our main guys aren't playing. And it didn't seem like we were necessarily It didn't really seem like the Kings cared if they won or not. It was cool to see Fox and Haliburton chatted up before the game. Rico Hines too, and Haliburton have a great bond. But anyways, towards the end of the game, Kings were down by 1, and in typical Buddy Hield fashion, I wouldn't have cared if this was the case, but I started seeing reports after that Buddy was talking shit the entire game. Mad shit, just talking shit non-stop the entire game. To the bench and everybody. So, but in typical Buddy fashion, he has the ball in his hands, they're up 1, and he dribbles it off his foot. He did that countless times with us, just stupid-ass turnovers. He did it, and then they out-tanked us. The Kings get the ball. Lyle shoots the open jumper. He misses it. Damian Jones gets his game-winning tip in, and Kings win the game. Again, if we were close to contention, I would have jumped up, celebrated. I saw it, and I had like one of these... Just a little smirk on me. Like, all right, good for Damian. Even Metu. Hats off to Metu. I've talked a lot of shit about him, too. He had a career game for him, 22 points. Lyles had that monster dunk. So, it seems like the squad wants to win still. I just don't know if management wants to win, especially holding out. I really think Fox, if we were close to anything, he'd be playing. But, I don't know. We're playing a lot of bad teams coming up, too. Got the Rockets twice in a row as well. So, it remains to be seen. Again, we're like 5 or 6 games out. And we need to basically win out. Lakers and Pelicans, we need to lose out. It's not going to happen. And I'm an anti-tank guy. I don't really care to tank too much. I like to win, but right now it really doesn't matter because even if we won, it would take not just us winning. It would take Pacers. I mean, it would take the Lakers and Pelicans losing. But it was nice to see Buddy dribble it off his foot, just because, like, yeah, you fucker, you always talk shit, or you were talking shit to the team. But at the end of the day, they were all hugging, having fun. It was a good time. So Kings win. Does it matter if you're a tank person? It does matter because now the Pacers own the tiebreaker for the tank. So if we end up with the tie at the end of the season, same record, they would get the better pick if it came down to that. So if you're a tank person, not good. If you're not a tank person, great. If you're like me, who's kind of don't really care to tank, but knows that we're not going to make the playoffs, it's like you're stuck in the middle, I guess. So I guess you could say good win. And not much to say about this game that's already been said. Again, congrats to Damian Jones for getting the game winning. I hope we keep that dude next year. And congrats to Mechie for having a career high. Davion Mitchell looked good too. So it is what it is. And I do think, I don't know if you noticed it, I do think Gentry tried to pull the tank card because Dante DiVincenzo plays hard every time. Even if he does bad stuff, he plays hard. He took Dante out towards the end. I think he was playing too hard. So I don't know if the tank was activated. I don't know what's going on. Nonetheless, Kings win. The tanking Pacer fans are super happy. The tanking Kings fans are pissed. I heard stuff about people wanting to trade Mitchell because of it. You guys are dumb. That's stupid. He's a great backup point guard. Nonetheless, Kings win, and we shall see what happens next. Or if the tank will continue, if we're going to keep winning meaningless games, who knows? Or who knows, maybe we'll win out 8-0, Lakers go 0-8, and so do the Pelicans, and we get in. Yeah, right.